To begin with, let's get into the news. JoyNews' checks have revealed there's still a rise in mobile money fraud despite government policy for SIM card holders to link their SIMs to the Ghana cards. Government last year asked Ghanaians to link their SIM to their Ghana cards in a bid to thwart fraudulent activities, protect users, and maintain the integrity of financial transactions. Michael Ashali reports there's still Momo fraudsters who continue to prey on unsuspecting public despite this act. There's more.
Mobile money fraud has now become so pervasive. The motive is varied, but the bottom line is to get money from you. These deceptive schemes often commence with a seemingly ordinary text message characterized by glaring grammatical errors. Construction in fraudulent messages might just be a deliberate strategy employed by cyber criminals.
When it's about spelling, it is not as if they can't spell.
Dr. Kenneth Ashigbe, the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Chamber of Telecommunications, suggests that the use of poor grammatical constructions by the fraudsters is just an attempt to circumvent their new artificial intelligence-enabled system.
The confirm, maybe the R that is there, they will make it an S. They will change a few of the things in there so that once the AI is crawling it, he sees it, it's not what it is that he's looking for. So, but fortunately for us now, we're beginning to use AIs. So what the AI do is that once they see all of this, they learn. So they start seeing the spelling mistakes that you want to beat them.
Other times, fraudsters will call you with promises to lure you to send them money.
London also.
Ohene Anoche was almost scammed weeks ago. He knows the plot of these fraudsters very well.
No, they will just call you like normal call, and then he will say hello. So he will not even ask your name first. No, he will just say, "It is me, your auntie, who is in London." And then personally, I don't have any auntie in London. So I just said, which of my aunties in London? He said, "Oh, have you forgotten?" Then you mentioned some name. So I just said, no, I don't have any auntie in London. So yeah.
As unsuspecting individuals continue to fall victims to various schemes, the tactics employed by these fraudsters continue to evolve.
Someone will just call you and be like, when will I receive the money? Please, I've sent you this money. Can you confirm? And several calls of that, several calls.
They were asking me, when am I paying my debt? So I asked, with debt? And then he said the debt I was owing him. The way the person responded again and spoke with me again, I realized it was one of these fraudsters.
Like I deposit 1,000 cedis into my account, and the person was calling me, I sent 250,000 cedis into my account.
So they have sent 250,000 cedis to your account?
To my account. I should withdraw it back to him. Then I went back to check my account and I noticed that it was a lie. And I bossed up him by giving him some sense into his head.
Rose and Okwe have been victims of cyber fraud.
And when they called me, they said they've sent me some amount of 400 cedis. So I should check by dialing my PIN. So then I was very curious. My brother asked me not to do it, but I told him, being a good Samaritan, but I didn't know that maybe it's true or it's not true. But the moment I just dialed my PIN code, they just took the money. And later on, I called them to beg them that please, the money was for something important. They should send the money back to me. But they refused. And I called MTN. MTN told me they would get back to me, but nothing.
The string number called me, then he was like, he sent me money, so I should check my account. But after that time, I didn't receive the money. So some few minutes later, the message came from MTN, like it was MTN, like if you receive money from MTN, but it was coming from a Tigo line. So but I was just suspicious, like how will I?
The person introduced himself as a worker from a telecom company.
Yes, that he works at MTN and he sent the money to me. Then all right, the message came all right as MTN, but it was coming from a Tigo line. So I started reading the message. I realized that there was spelling mistakes and all that from it. So I relaxed. Then he called again that he sends me the money. I check my account. I should check my account that instantly. And I was like, no, the message you sent was even wrong. And this is not how messages appear from MTN and all that. Then he was pressuring me. Then I should just check my account number. And I was like, no, there's no way I'm checking my account. Because of that, he got bored. They started insulting me. I just hung up.
Mobile money operators are not even spared.
They will tell you that they want to check, they want to help you with some difficulties that you are facing in the business. For me, they've been calling, but me, the moment you said I'm from MTN, I'll just end the call. I don't listen because MTN has only one number.
The modus operandi has, however, evolved over the years.
You know, like Tieno Achebe would say, when the hunter learns to shoot without missing, the birds learn to fly without perching.
Now, they pose as agents of some of the mobile networks under the guise that you are a lucky winner of a draw.
I'm Linda Ofori. Our calls are recorded for education and training purposes. So for detailed understanding, are you okay with the English or should I speak to you in any local dialect?
Oh, but you are already communicating in English. Huh?
We are 28 years. Could you remember the number of years you've also been on a network with this very particular mobile number?
I think about 15 or so.
Okay, so you are very close. I'm going to remind you of the year you registered the SIM card. So MTN, we thank you very much. We were asking all these questions to actually survey the network to know how good or bad it's performing.
From enticing phone calls promising rewards to posing as mobile network agents, the aim of the scammers is simple. Extract your personal information and use them to later impersonate you.
So we have a very nice package for you. And please, with the prices we have for you, have to visit the nearest MTN branch with your valid ID card, that is your Ghana card, to receive your package successfully. So first of all, MTN is giving you 50.
Now, some parents of the Sogbeli Junior High School Block A in the northern region have accused school authorities of levying them some 320 Ghana cedis as fees, something they say is contrary to government directives. According to parents who would not speak on tape, this is affecting them. Here's Martina Bugri with the rest of the story.
The Sogbeli Junior High School Block A is one of the oldest junior high schools in the Tamale metropolis. The school currently has over 500 students and is running a 3-stream system. The parents named levying of furniture 100 Ghana cedis, Friday were 50 cedis, PTA dues 40 cedis, maintenance fee 30 cedis, computer fee 35 and badges 20 cedis levies imposed on them. But the headmaster of the school, Adamu Musa Nabila, said the decision to levy the parents was solely the PTA's decision.
But this year, what happened was that when we resumed for the first time, we realized that we had challenges with our furniture. So because of that, I had to invite PTA in. I called them PA, we sat together. So I told them that these are our challenges. What are we going to do about it? So they told me that, well, if only parents, and normally what we do is that this place we conduct entrance exam. We conduct entrance exam, shortlist those who pass. This place, that's what we do. We run the school as if it is a private school. That is it. So after that, then we are running 3 streams. From 1 10 classes, from 2 3 classes, from 3 classes. So we realize that from ones who are coming, they are freshers. So upon deliberation, PT agreed that we should call the parents of the fresh students to come and we all sit together. So that was how we did. So on that day, the PTA executive were all there, and then they concluded on the set fees that you mentioned. So that is the issue at stake.
The PTA chairman, Al-Hassan Hussein, who spoke to JoyNews, said it was a collective agreement by all parents to levy themselves to help raise funds to provide quality tuition for their wards. He said the school had no furniture and the computer were all out of use, reason for some of the levies.
Before they started the admission, the headmaster called me and he said, "Start." He told me that things that they needed for every child. So when this was said, I said then I have to also call my executives. So I called the executives. We sat down and discussed about it because they were to admit 160 people, and they have ABC, Form 1A, Form 1B, Form 1C, and each class takes no less than 60 people. So when that happened, they talk of drawing materials and the chair, furniture, and drawing materials. So we calculated those materials, money, and it cost us no less than it. It cost us a lot. So I asked one of my executives to go to market and check the prices and see whether what they said is or not. So the person went and came and told me that the amount they said is the same thing. So we then called general meeting, all parents. So when they came, we explained all this things to them. So it was 360 Ghana cedis. When we can do our own calculation, it was 360 Ghana cedis. So I told them what's happening in the school. And I said, now I want to hear from them, what do we do? But we want our children to sit. And they said that we should accept that. And some said no. We should reduce some of the drawing materials so that the money will be reduced. So they withdraw some of the drawing materials, and it left 350 Ghana cedis.
And my question I asked the headmaster, GES says don't charge.
Okay.
So why would the PTA take a decision contrary to that of the Ghana Education Service?
The reason was that we want to educate our children. So if we are going to depend on government to educate our children, they could have admitted the children to this school. There wouldn't be furniture for them. So will you allow your child to come and lie on his stomach and write or leg? So all these questions came in the meeting. All these questions came. And they said, no. They even compared this school to a private school, the amount they pay there. So they said, at first we even told them that if you can get a furniture and bring it. So they went and asked the price of furniture. It cost no less than 206, plus other materials. So when they went and asked, they all came back.
In other stories, a senior lecturer at the Simon Diodong Dombo University of Business and Integrated Development Studies, Dr. George Jerry, has bemoaned the lack of concrete plans for youth involvement in the governance of the country, despite the repeated reference to the youth as future leaders. Speaking at a youth summit in Wa, Dr. Jerry cautioned the potential explosion of youth unemployment, warning that it could become a ticking time bomb if left unaddressed. Rafiq Salam has this report from Wa.
The Youth Summit, codenamed Igniting Dreams, was organized by the Coalition for Positive Impact, CPI, with the goal of empowering young entrepreneurs in the 5 regions of northern Ghana. Launched in 2019, the summit is a proper entrepreneurship development project that provides startup capital and critical support to aspiring entrepreneurs in underserved regions. This year's summit gathered participants from the 5 regions of northern Ghana and beyond, comprising of entrepreneurs, investors, government representatives, thought leaders, policymakers, and international development partners. Diverse panels delve into critical discussion addressing pertinent issues affecting northern Ghana's development. The 2-day summit was held on the theme Developing Northern Ghana through leadership, innovation, and entrepreneurship. A senior lecturer at the Simon Diedon Dombo University of Business and Integrated Development Studies, SED Yobits, Dr. George Derry, emphasized government's limited efforts in involving youth in the country's governance.
I've had the opportunity also to meet key stakeholders in all the 5 regions, including RCC, who are spearheading youth development. And I have done that, submitted the report. We are yet to meet the sector ministers and see how we can conclude, and then put in a proposal to access heavy funding for youth in northern Ghana. The issue is that most of the times our people will talk about the youth, but there are really no plans for the youth. And let me say that we keep on saying that the youth are the future leaders. But if you don't invest in the youth cannot be the future leaders. It's just rhetorics. So we really need to invest in the youth.
Dr. George Derry reiterated concerns about the ticking time bomb or youth unemployment, warning of potential severe consequences if the issue remains unaddressed.
And youth unemployment continues to degenerate. And one thing we don't know as a people is that youth unemployment is a time bomb. At the appropriate opportunity, the country will explode if you don't solve it. There's a saying that water will find its level. If you fail to construct gutters or gullies for waters to pass, they will find their level. So if the youth get to a point they have to survive, they will find their level. And that was what happened with the Arab Spring, where the youth had to get up and take action. So it is important that collectively we address the challenges of the youth as a nation and not just pay lip service to it.
Following the presentation of their business concept, a group of 10 young entrepreneurs received awards and support totaling 38,500 Ghana cedis. 12,000 Ghana cedis was given to the ultimate winner. Founder and president of the Coalition for Positive Impact, Mazo Bayoni, shed light on the summit's objectives and highlighted concerns regarding the accessibility of government funds for youth initiatives.
We started Igniting Dreams in 2018. At the time, we were all 3 university students, and the fundamental reason for us was that we wanted to address 2 key issues: poverty and youth unemployment. Because when you are able to provide economic opportunities for people, you are able to solve a lot of problems, including lack of access to quality education, lack of access to good drinking water, and even lack of access to quality healthcare. So these issues were very personal to us, especially because we are from northern Ghana, and we just took it upon ourselves to try and address these issues by going in the direction of young entrepreneurs. Because if you look at the historical antecedents, it's also evident that before colonial time, northern Ghana was relatively more developed than southern Ghana. And how did we achieve that? It was through trade and economic activities. And we want to revamp that economic activity in northern Ghana.
Reporting for JoyNews, Rafik Salam. Wow.
Still in the northern region, District Chief Executive of Nadoli Kalio, Catherine Lankono, has underscored the important role played by sports and cultural activities in developing societies. Speaking at the start of a 2-day inter-cluster football and cultural dance competition held at Sankana under the auspices of the Gulf of Guinea Social Cohesion Project, she said these activities provide an opportunity for members of the community to connect with others in order to build meaningful relationships for peaceful cohesion. Rafik Salam again has this report.
In a bid to foster unity and cultural understanding, the Gulf of Guinea Northern Region Social Cohesion Project, SOCO, organized a groundbreaking inter-cluster football and cultural dance competition at Sankana in the Nodulu district of the Upper West region. Spectators witnessed matches between clusters. Jambo defeated Topo by 3 goals to 0, while Sankana secured a 2-0 victory over Charapon. Jan Sombo cluster scored the fastest goal of the in less than a minute, bringing excitement to their supporters. the football competition, which was done simultaneously with the cultural dance, amazed the audience. Nuntabawa and Yirmabawa groups set the stage on fire as they dance their hearts out to melodious local songs. Residents of these communities express their brotherhood and excitement that these events brought to their area.
It is developmental program, and then we learn a lot. Secondly, it is you exercise your body. Yes.
This project continue going on. We will continue to learn our culture. Very good.
Adoli Kenyo District Chief Executive Catherine Lankono underscored the importance of the events.
The Soko Fun Games is a two-day competition of football and cultural performance by our talented men and women from 4 classes with about 200 participants. The purpose of organizing these interclass sports and play-based activities are to provide opportunities for all members of the communities, children, adolescents, youth, elderly, persons living with disability, etc., to connect with others and build meaningful relationships, and provide opportunities for members of the communities to build resilience and adopt strategies for leadership roles that promote both community and personal development and well-being. Also enhance social cohesion, that's community bonding, by encouraging the communities to form sporting teams from diverse ethnic backgrounds.
Acting Director for Center for National Culture, Yaya Jamal Dean, in a speech read on his behalf by a senior administrative officer, now with City Thompson, stressed how youth engagement in culture and sports promotes peace and unity.
Programs such as this nature also provide the opportunity for members of the various communities to connect with one another for a meaningful relationship and to enable us build resilience and adopt strategies for leadership roles that will promote both community and personal development.
Nadoli Keleo District Planning Officer Salif Ibrahim Tieni shared insights into organizing communities for social cohesion.
For school, mobilize community youth, empower them, and let them build new relationships and foster relationships. So that is why we are organizing these particular games under the component 1.3 to get the youth engaged, for them to play, exhibit their talents, and through that they can develop those talents, and those talents will create opportunities for them.
So mission spans economic, social and climate resilience in border communities vulnerable to conflicts and climate change, aim at mitigating fragility and violence across Gulf of Guinea countries. Reporting for JoyNews, Rafiq Salam, Sankana.
And that's it for the news. That last story was from the Upper West region and not the Northern region. But still to come, Benjamin Akakpo is coming on for the news review. He'll be joined by Dr. Asasanti, political scientist, to give you the latest chronicles of things making the waves this morning. You want to keep watching, because right after that, there's the big stories. We'll get into the issues from data from the National Road Safety Authority that shows that a 4% decline has been recorded in road traffic accidents in 2023. We also look at how to consolidate the numbers and increase the margins. And then finally, we'll talk about Get Fund. What's the latest on its scholarship scheme? How do you get to benefit? Dr. Richard Ampofo-Bwedu, who is a Get Fund administrator, will also join us. This is the AM show. But of course, we open the phone lines. And then remember, this show is about you and for you. So you get to share your views as well. Then we also got AM Business, Ketty of EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. All this within the next 2-3 hours. So keep watching the AM show.